I've learned so much throughout the course, and I definitely feel better equipped to be an agent of change for South Carolina. Knowledge really is power, and it's something that people can't take away from you. So it's important to learn and um, always be interested in trying to make things better for, even if it doesn't happen for you, if it happens for the people that come behind you, then it's
And
worth it.
so
So I really
I am super grateful to have been here and like met all the people who were in this building. It was like the first couple of weeks, like we formed this group chat and we were talking and there were things happening, and I'm really hoping that like from now on, I've found a pocket of people in this state that like I can do the work that I've been struggling to try and find like
And what this course has done for me, it's just amazing. Knowing your history is empowering. That's why we need to fight for education. We need to fight for human rights because, as Dr. Adams said, human rights are interrelated and overlapping.
Ask how I'm
That's
doing.
what I want.
And I also was for 10 years professor at Benedict College. So I've had many opportunities to learn African American history, taught African American literature. So what was it about the Modjeska School? It was bringing together all at one time, this timeline, and being confronted with it in a short, compressed amount of time. And it's a lot to process indeed. But boy, am I glad that I did it.
But I will say this,
because
I
I
have very much enjoyed this class, and it's a little curious to say that I have enjoyed it, because what would be enjoyable about learning about systems of oppression? But I think it's been being in the room with others that want to move forward in a productive way, and understanding that what we are learning in this moment helps further that goal for all of us.
Good afternoon. My name is Bernadette Hampton, and this class has been, it's been a very comprehensive course, very enriching, and I have enjoyed the relationships that I've made with the friends at Penn, and listening to the perspectives of everybody online and in person. And it's been gratifying and frustrating at the same time to know that the structures that have been made in this state remains intact from one generation to the next. But I am looking forward to working toward changing that.
I actually decided to take this class on a whim. I had nothing to do and it looked like it was interesting. However, after the first one, it was like, oh boy. This is what I need as a jump start, because I do have to do something. That's it. That's it. I got to do something. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to get the education. So now I got to
All the
use it.
presenters that came to do presentations for us in a time on in St. Helena back in the 1970s, where I graduated from Beaufort High School. We didn't get much history, including Black history, but I got a lot of information here today, just like my classmate back there said, Miss Marianne. After the first class, you wanted to continue to come. I got a notebook full of notes after each class. I was just writing up a song.
I was like,
And
this is something that I want to be a part of. I think before taking this class, and being with you all, I was very frustrated with the way that things were, and I was involved with, different things, in like the Savannah area and the Beaufort area. But I was still of the impression that to make change, I had to look external to myself, and to find it someplace else rather than coming to the realization that no, you can kind of just do that from wherever you are, with who you are and what you're doing. And I think that this class was definitely a big motivation for me to start thinking about, okay, how do I start things from
Because
where I am.
usually that stories are made by the ones that have power. So being here, I knew that I was going to get closer to a critical perspective, to others kind of stories, and that we're going to give voice to the ones that usually don't have a platform to say what they think out loud.
Been working
So
on
I
several
really
others. But what I have gotten from this school and from these great instructors is that I still got power to make change. We all have power to make change. Because everything that we have learned through the studies has given us a new attitude about where we're headed. We shouldn't be looking back at the negative, because some of the things I heard kind of made me angry, but I'm human. And if anybody said they didn't get angry about some of the things, something's wrong with you. But I got angry because I didn't know. And had I known, I would have did more.
That has come
So
before us,
I was-
and it's also a reminder that we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We just need to pull from those who were here before us and keep building, keep adding, and just keep at it, because it's at this point they don't want to stop, so we can't. So yeah,
I want to thank
just carry on.
everybody here and the program and the fact that this whole network exists. I think it's a wonderful thing. It is so necessary, especially right now. Because the more it seems we get online, the more isolated, divided we kind of end up. And it's a lot easier to divide. So I think it's a lot easier, like, with this community to like meet people, to connect, and it's a lot easier to have courage when you have a community. And there's a lot more ideas in the room, and I think there's a lot more we can do than with each other than we could have on our own.
I will do this part. I've always enjoyed history, but it's always been kind of a flat two-dimensional thing that was separate from our daily lives. And every class that we had, I learned more and more, often depressingly, how tightly interconnected we actually are with our history. So I really appreciate that. And I guess one day we will be someone else's history if our species survives. So let's try to be on the right side of it.
I've really appreciated this course because it's hard to be optimistic in the South and see that there is strength in numbers down here, that we have each other. Yeah, continue to be disruptors and find optimism to carry on the revolution.